Konnichiwa, it's Justin Morris from Team Novo Nordisk here. I wanted to talk to you about a challenge that I attempted last month here in the United States. I attempted a mountain bike race called the Leadville 100. Now this race is perhaps the most famous as being the most difficult mountain bike race in the world. It goes for 100 miles, which is nearly 170 kilometers. It climbs over 4,000 meters of elevation, so that's a lot of uphill. But the hardest thing about it is conducted at altitude. The lowest point in the race is 3,000 meters above sea level. So this makes breathing very difficult, and it makes managing type 1 diabetes a unique challenge and something I haven't attempted before. It was very scary to undertake this challenge, but I learned a few things along the way. Doing this race was the first time in a long time I'd done something that I had never experienced before with my diabetes management. Starting this race, as mentioned, was very scary, but I did get to the start line. I'd done my preparation, I had the support. I got to the start line, I started the race, and the pace was very speedy. I had been pushing hard for the first 2-3 hours of the race. I was making up good time and pretty happy with my performance. At each of the stops, we have stops where you stop for food. I had set up blood glucose testing machines with my supporter, Ben. And I'd test my blood sugar at each stop and check where I was at. Now this had no rhyme or reason. I was high, I was low. Each stop it was something different and just completely confused me. And that confusion then turned into stress, and the stress could affect my performance on the bike. But I kept pushing the pedals. The race went on. My performance was getting worse and worse. My blood sugar was just going crazy, and I could feel it in my legs. I wasn't having the power that I usually would have on a race like this. But I pushed through. The pain was there, but I had a few special things that helped me push through this pain. No matter what my blood sugar was, I could keep turning my legs, and I was that committed to getting to the finish line, which I did. Making it to the finish line of the Leadville 100 was one of the sweetest feelings I'd had in cycling. The pain I experienced during the race was probably the most intense I'd experienced in my whole cycling career. But doing it with diabetes was possible. It was the hardest race I had done as far as diabetes management is concerned, but getting through it was possible. It's when you're hardest hit that it is important not to quit. So I pushed through. The things that got me through, number one, most importantly, was support. I had a lot of people cheering me on through the internet from back home and other parts of the world that were following my journey to that race. And thinking about them really encouraged me to keep pressing when I thought I couldn't turn the pedals anymore. Number two, having a good purpose. Purpose trumps all pain. Purpose can help you push through pain. And luckily, riding for this team, I just had to look down at my jersey and see I'm riding to drive change in diabetes. This is what really encouraged me to keep pressing on those pedals. It's not easy with diabetes. It's not easy for anyone to complete the Leadville 100, but I'm grateful that I got to ride for a cause that was greater than myself. I could dedicate the effort to something more important than just the race itself. So purpose and support were my two main goals, and my two main supports that got me through that challenge. I think any challenge we face in life, whether it's in sport or whether it's in any work or family or any aspect, if you've got some good support, and I know it's out there for everyone, and you've got something to dedicate the challenge to, then you'll be able to push through the pain. Purpose is more important than pain. Thanks for following, and please, I look forward to seeing you in Japan soon, or again here online.